Welcome to Sugosha Defense News. The highlights. India to carry out high altitude trials of indigenous short range air defense missiles. India US in advanced stage of talks for combat vehicles. Adani signs MOU for hydroplant with Bhutan. Indian Air Force contingent participated in the exercise Red Flag 24 conducted at Eielson Air Force Base, Alaska of the United States Air Force. IICT develops process of CL-20 propellant of rockets and missiles. India's Anadrone systems and US Ocean Aero partner to introduce Triton AUSV to India. Global highlights. Anduril to build factory to increase dive LD unmanned systems capacity. Israel's Aeronautics introduces loitering munition surveillance drone combination. Amid the large-scale requirement for shoulder-fired air defense missiles, DRDO is going to carry out trials of the indigenous shoulder-fired air defense missiles before handing them over to the Army for user trials. DRDO has been developing very short-range air defense missiles to meet the requirements of the Army and Air Force to tackle aerial targets like fast-moving drones, fighter aircrafts, and helicopter in border areas. DRDO is looking to carry out high altitude trials of the indigenous tripod fired short range air defense missile in mountainous regions like Ladakh and Sikkim. After successful completion of the trials, the missile system will be handed over to the users for their trials and assessment. India and US are now in advanced stage of talks for the proposed joint manufacture of the latest generation of Stryker armored infantry combat vehicles as part of their defense industrial cooperation roadmap, with the US also recently offering to demonstrate the mobility and firepower of the eight-wheeled Stryker in high-altitude areas in India. The Defense Ministry is examining a three-phase plan for the proposed project. Under the plan, there will be a limited off-the-shelf purchase of the Strykers under the Foreign Military Sales Program of the US, which will be followed by joint production in India, and finally there will be co-development of its futuristic versions. Hyderabad-based Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, in collaboration with Premier Explosives, has developed a process of key material used for the preparation of CL-20 propellant, a high-energy material primarily used as a fuel in propellants of rockets and missiles. CL-20 has a better oxidizer to fuel ratio than the conventional RDX and releases 20% more energy than traditional HMX-based propellants. It is prepared by three-step reactions using high concentration of expensive noble metal catalysts. The key material TAIW has been imported by India to make CL-20. Anadrone Systems, a leading Indian unmanned aerial systems company, has partnered with US-based Ocean Aero to introduce the Triton autonomous underwater and surface vehicle to the Indian market. This strategic collaboration aims to revolutionize maritime operations across defense, environmental protection, and offshore industries. The Triton, a cutting edge vehicle capable of operating both above and below the water's surface, offers a wide range of applications. It can be used for maritime domain awareness, port defense, sonar mapping, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions, as well as mine countermeasures, anti submarine warfare, oil and gas exploration, underwater pipeline maintenance, oceanographic research, and environmental monitoring. The Triton boasts impressive technological features including solar power for extended endurance, advanced sonar systems for underwater mapping, and the ability to launch unmanned aerial systems for aerial surveillance. Its autonomous operations for up to 30 days, even in harsh conditions, makes it a valuable asset for persistent monitoring and data collection. The introduction of the Triton AUSV is expected to have a transformative impact on India's maritime landscape. Mr. Gautam Adani, chairman of the Adani Group, announced an agreement with Bhutan for a $570 MW Green Hydro Plant in Chukha province after a high-level meeting with Bhutan's king Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk and Prime Minister Dasho Tshering Togbe in Thimphu. The Adani Group plans to collaborate on transformative infrastructure initiatives in Bhutan. The king's vision for an eco-friendly Gelepu mindfulness city, including computing centers and data facilities, aligns with Adani's commitment to green energy management. In the global news, technology company Anduril Industries said it will build a new production facility in Rhode Island capable of churning out as many as 200 of its Dive LD autonomous underwater vehicles annually. The company will use its own money plus some support from the state of Rhode Island to establish the factory in Quonset Point. The factory is set to open in late 25, being operations in early 26 and then reach full capacity by the end of that year. 50 hulls a year with the ability to scale up to 200 a year if customer demand calls for that. Until the facility opens, the company will continue to build Dive LD hulls in its Quincy, Massachusetts Maritime Engineering Center. Anduril in February received a contract to provide the Defense Department with Dive LD vehicles through Defense Innovation Unit's Commercial Solutions opening process. The U.S. Navy subsequently awarded a contract for $18.6 million. The Israeli firm Aeronautics, which makes tactical drones, recently announced the latest addition to its family of orbiter unmanned aerial vehicles, this one envisioned as a one-way loitering munition designed to work in concert with nearby surveillance UAVs. The new platform, named Orbiter 2LM for loitering munition, was announced on June 6th. The company envisions it working with a new system, Orbiter 2 STS or sensor to shooter, that will pair the loitering munition with nearby surveillance drones that can do battlefield surveillance before a strike and damage assessment afterwards. That's the news for today. We hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and please do give us your feedback. Thank you.